National Broadcasting Company invites you by transcription to join The Chase. There is always the hunter and the hunted, the pursuer and the pursued. It may be the voice of authority, or a race with death and destruction, the most relentless of the hunters. There are times when laughter is heard as counterpoint, and moments when sheer terror is the theme. But always there is the chase. Sometimes our very pursuit of safety and security leads only to destruction. For one of the most exciting chase stories ever written in radio, the National Broadcasting Company now brings you Joseph Ruscall's famous thriller, The Creeper.
New York. The unknown killer, called the Creeper, has struck again, adding a third female corpse to his toll. Virginia Peters, a comely waitress, was found strangled to death in her third-floor apartment early this morning while her radio blared. As in the previous murders, a note was found scrawled on the wall with the victim's lipstick and the plea, "For heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more. I cannot control myself."
Oh.
Police...
Hey, why'd you turn it off?
No, it's awful. It's right here in this neighborhood.
Well, let's hear the rest. It intrigues me.
Now, don't go turning that radio on again, Steve Grant. I've heard enough. I go out of my mind, for heaven's sake.
That's it. It's a good, solid clue.
Oh, what is?
For heaven's sake. How many men ever use that expression?
Oh, shut up.
Okay, Mrs. Grant. Pass the biscuits, my little pigeon.
Pass the biscuits. Eat, eat, eat. 3 women in 3 days murdered in cold blood, and right here in Washington Heights. I'm too sick to go out, I'm too scared to stay in, and the lock's broke. And you sit there saying, pass the biscuits.
Well, there's nothing wrong with my appetite, my love.
Oh, no, of course not. That's what cost you your job at the police force.
Some men drink to escape. I eat.
Escape what?
An ugly tongue, a beautiful face, and a roving eye. In short, a wife.
Oh, so you're starting that again. You and your crazy jealousy.
Maybe that's the creeper's way of escaping. Who knows?
Oh, go ahead and get a divorce. Go ahead. Can I help it if men look at me? I don't know why you come home at all. Where do you go? What do you do with yourself? And where were you this morning? Why'd you come back?
To eat. But someday I'll lose my appetite for that, too. And when I do, my dear, there'll be no escape. Now I'm off again. Kiss? Still using stage lipstick. Wipe it off. How many times must I tell you? You're married now, remember?
Steve, wait.
Yeah?
At least go buy me my medicine.
Sorry, no time.
Oh, don't leave me here alone. Stay home this afternoon. Please. I'm afraid.
Don't be silly, pet. Nothing will happen to you. You've got a doorman here, an elevator boy, Mrs. Stone across the hall, a phone. You're safe enough.
Yeah, but the night lock, it doesn't work.
I know. Now you can't lock me out anymore.
Well, it doesn't catch. Something happened to it since last night. Steve.
Get a new one.
I can't get a locksmith. I've tried all morning. Steve, please. Well, if I want to phone you, where will you be?
Oh, goodbye, sweetheart. Take care of your cold.
Steve Grant.
Huh? Why, if it isn't old Pearlie Morgan.
I hear you got thrown off the force, Steve.
Here, you got thrown off the news, Pearlie.
Well, you heard wrong. I wasn't fired. I was just warned.
I wasn't fired either, just suspended for 3 days. Eating a lamb chop at Casey's at the time I should have rung in from the box at 162nd with all that trouble up there. And I'm away to headquarters now for reinstatement. I eat too much, my trouble is.
I drink too much. I hear you're living up in the Heights, Steve.
Yeah.
That's funny, me too. Hey, you're married now to a beautiful and lovely young...
You can say that again. Used to be on the stage, you know.
Yeah, I think I knew her. Wasn't her stage name Georgia Dixon?
That's her. I love that wench, but... women. How does a guy handle them? Maybe the creeper has the right method.
Thank you for taking the words out of my mouth. Who is the creeper, Steve? Any angles?
You tell me. I'll split the reward with you.
Okay.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an announcement from the New York Police Department.
Hey, wait a minute. Here.
Officials at Center Street have just released Jim Ellis. Jim Ellis, who was arrested in suspicion of murder yesterday, was the doorman on duty when the unknown killer, who has been named by the newspapers as the Creeper, strangled his second victim. Since the third killing took place this morning, while Ellis was held in the city jail, Police Inspector J.M. Bradley ordered the Ellis release. Bradley warns, however, that he is still convinced that the killer, the Creeper, is someone who either lives or works in New York's Washington Heights section, the scene of the crime in all three killings. New York residents are warned to lock all doors securely and to notify police of suspicious characters at once. We return you now to our program of music.
Some panic, huh?
Yeah.
So what do you think of Inspector Bradley's inside job theory?
Nuts. Every janitor's a creeper? And as for that doorman, Jim Ellis, pure coincidence. Anyway, they released that Ellis. One thing, though, and I don't think even Bradley's put it together yet.
Yeah?
In all three cases, just before the creeper struck, the door locks had already been tampered with.
You don't say.
You got a theory?
Well, sure. I mean, take that note on the wall. For heaven's sake, in every case, for heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more.
I cannot control myself.
Right. What man uses an expression like that? My dear fellow, the long and short of it is this: the creeper's a woman.
A ruse. Just like the height of the message on the wall. A ruse. 6 feet. And yet I'll lay odds the creeper's no more than a guy your height, say. Or mine. 5'9", just like us. You or me. Only crazy.
How do you figure that?
How do I figure lots of things? How do I happen to figure where the creeper's going to strike next?
How do you?
Well, the creeper's not smart. He's crazy. You play along crazy and you're one jump ahead of him. That's the trouble with Inspector Bradley. Wise up a tree. You expect logical clues from a madman? You play along crazy, make out you're the creeper. What's your compulsion?
Go ahead, let's see.
All right. The victims are all redheads. Everyone. You've noticed that, of course. 3 in 3 days.
Well, now that you mention
They
it...
all lived in the Heights, right? Agnes Martin, Jane Krutsky, Virginia Peter.
Right.
What was the number of the apartment in each case? Agnes lived in 1A. Jane, 2B. Virginia, 3C. Don't ask me the why or wherefore. Don't ask me the logic. Just play along crazy. See what I mean? And see where he's going to strike next?
You mean...
The next victim of the creeper lives in the Heights. She's a redhead. Her night lock's been tampered with. And she's going to get hers today, and her apartment number's 4D. Well? What are you staring at me for?
My wife's a redhead, Pearlie. We live in the Heights. Our apartment number's... you're just a boozy reporter.
Your apartment number?
That's 4D. I told you.
Oh, 4D, of course. I'll have it delivered. I was busy admiring your lipstick, Mrs. Grant. I've nothing like it in stock. 4D, I should have guessed it anyway.
Why?
Place is a number. Believe me, since you've moved into the neighborhood, Mrs. Grant, for me it has a very special number. Like Double Dandy Delicious Dream. 4Ds, you see?
Oh, go on. I'll bet you tell that to every customer. Female.
I? A ladies' man? Oh, like the creeper?
Oh.
I'm sorry. Say, what's going on in this block anyway? Raw nerves, you can't joke. The creeper, that's all I hear all day. It's mass hysteria. There ain't any such animal.
Oh, You don't think so?
Of course not.
What about the note that was left in the apartments of those dead women?
What note?
You know, one that said, for heaven's sake,
I
stop me
assure
before...
you, Mrs. Grant, it is a fairy tale for circulation of the tabloids. I'll send your prescription up with the boy.
No, I'll just wait here for it.
Well, it'll take some time. You should go right home and stay there if you're just getting over the flu. I'll deliver it myself. It'll be a pleasure.
No, please, no. I don't bother.
Oh, it won't be any bother. Believe me, Mrs. Grant. It won't be a bother at all.
No, I'll wait. I may not go right back. I don't want to be there all alone.
Very well. Suit yourself. Have a seat.
Yeah, thanks.
For heaven's sake, stop me before I kill more. I cannot control myself. That was the note I had reference to. Wait, Mrs. Grant, your prescription.
Mrs. Grant.
Oh,
Mrs. Grant.
oh, it's you, Mrs. Stone.
What's your hurry, dear?
I just got scared, I guess. Well, since all these awful murders in the neighborhood.
Yes, isn't it terrible? I'm simply frightened to death myself.
Oh, you walking home? Yeah, I guess so.
Fine, I'll go with you. It's good we live in the same house.
Yeah. At least if I had a double lock, but, well, the night one doesn't work.
Oh, really? I have a chain lock besides, and still I'm
the way
scared.
it is, I just sit and shiver when there's a sound at the door. I can't get a locksmith. They're all so busy. Mr. Frank on the corner promised to, but he didn't seem to know when. And why are they all so busy?
Well, my dear, because every woman in the neighborhood's changing theirs, too. It's simply a nightmare. But don't you worry. We'll stay together this afternoon till our husbands come home. Think of it, we've never visited, though we live right across the hall from each other. Now, isn't that like a big city, for heaven's sake? Or would you rather I dropped in on you?
Oh, well, I
Make
don't...
it yours, then. My, isn't it horrible? The ghastly things they're saying, the theories. One doesn't know what to think next. Oh, you believe the latest?
The latest?
That maybe it's a woman, the creeper.
A woman?
Can you beat it? I can't imagine how in the world the police figured that, for heaven's sake. Can you? Can you, Mrs. Grant?
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking of something that my husband said.
Oh, I can see we're a married woman now. If her husband was faithless, then, or perhaps only weak and had no will of his own against a vile, cheap thing in skirts. And if the wife say was merely getting at those female homebreakers now, well, I can understand such a theory, because you take my husband now. You've met Mr. Stone, haven't you? Mrs. Grant. Why on earth are you staring at me like that, for heaven's sake?
I don't feel well. I gotta get home at once. I feel faint.
But Mrs. Grant, for heaven's sake.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Out shopping?
Oh, you're the new doorman.
Just relieving the regular man. Nice weather out.
Yeah.
Happy with the package?
No, thanks.
Well, let me ring the elevator for you.
Oh, no, you don't have to trouble.
Oh, no trouble, ma'am. There.
What happened to Charlie?
Charlie?
Yeah, the regular man.
Oh, I'm just helping him out. I'm from the next building down.
The next building? I didn't know they had a door. I never...
Yeah. Funny how folks never notice some people who are around all the time. I noticed you. I guess everybody does.
When will the elevator come?
You better let me take those packages up for you.
No, I can manage.
Here, I think that milk bottle may slip out. Let me give you a hand.
No, don't touch me.
Gee, I'm sorry. Well, it's nothing to be frightened about, ma'am. I just wanted to help.
Oh, I'm all right. What a mess.
Oh, I can clean that up in a minute. There must be a mop in his swim closet here. Don't you worry, I can get this fixed up in a minute. Say, the grocery delivery man should be around soon. Should I send him up with another bottle of milk?
No, I don't want him to come up. I don't want anyone. I just want to be left alone. What's keeping the elevator?
You're in apartment 4E, aren't you?
Yeah. How do you know?
Doesn't take long.
Why doesn't this elevator come?
Coming now. Terrible things, man, are happening.
What?
The creeper, you know.
Oh.
On up.
Yeah. Oh.
Up and down, up and down. That's just the ups and downs of life.
Yeah.
And I'm a living milkshake, Mrs. Grant.
Well, what's wrong, Jimmy?
I'm stuck. Imagine getting stuck between the third and fourth floors with a production like you.
What?
Yeah, this is something every elevator jockey dreams about. Especially me.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to return the spirit of that little smile you give me all the time. That's all.
Oh, get this elevator going, Sonny. You want me to report you?
Okay. Can't you take a joke?
No.
Yeah, maybe I misunderstood that smile you always give me. Maybe I shouldn't ought to smile that way. Yeah, fourth floor.
Well, let me out.
Huh?
Let me out.
Oh, now, listen. You don't say anything
You
to
let me
boss.
out.
Okay. Hey, yes. If I drop in later, will you be more receptive?
Thank goodness at last. I must be going out of my mind. Oh, where's my key? Where is it? Oh, darn lock. Hello, is the locksmith in yet? Well, I want to know how soon I can get my lock changed. Yeah, of course, that's my order. This is Mrs. Grant. Yes, in 4D. Yes. Look, yes, no, you just explained to me, but I know he's very busy.
Hello, George.
You want the whole house to...
It's better.
What are you doing here?
I'm playing along crazy.
Oh, what are you talking about? How did you get in here?
Alias Pearly Valentine. Now, don't worry. You haven't a thing to worry about now. I've come to protect you. Now, give me the phone.
Hey, listen.
Hello? Never mind about the lock. Thank you. Right. Sit down. Make yourself at home. I've been waiting here for you. Long time no see, George.
What do you want, Pearlie?
Me? A headline. Your husband wants, too. Wants I to keep an eye on you.
What's that?
Sure. You didn't think Steve and I were acquainted, did you? Oh, yeah, from way back. I just met him at a bar.
I don't believe you. What do you mean, keep an eye on me?
Oh, just in case the creeper.
No, I don't.
You heard of the character?
You're mad. You've always been mad, Pearlie Morgan. Where is Steve? And why did he send you here? What are you doing here?
Told you. Playing along crazy. You got
Oh, you're drunk now. And you're getting right out of here. Nothing but a no-good room.
And you're nothing but a no-good... you finish it. When I took the drink, it was to drown you out, and you know it. Well, I'm still a rum pot angel. Which means I haven't got rid of you. Yet.
Get out.
You little two-timing redhead. You're all the same, you redheads. Haven't changed, have you? Even a wedding ring can't do that to you.
Why, you...
Oh, don't play the innocent.
Look, I'm warning you. You get out. Or I'll call the police.
Stay where you are.
Hey, Pearlie. What are you doing with that gun?
I wouldn't pick up that phone if I were you. You see, there's a big reward for the creeper. And a heck of an exclusive. And I don't want to share it. Sit down, darling. Just play along with me while I play along crazy. Sit down. That's it. we're expecting company. Oh, I must be crazy doing this. Why wait here for the creeper? Why not 100 other streets, 1,000 other apartments, 1,000,000 other dames? Because I'm riding my hunch. Let's have some music. Well, don't just sit. Let's have some music. Turn on the radio. Let's dance. That's it. Now, let's dance. Give me your arm. Let's dance. Like old times. Around and around like my brain. Why are you trembling? I still love you, you little fool. Ask me why. I love you, you lovely redhead. I could kill you and you deserve it. With the radio on, you could scream and no one would hear. I could put my hand on your throat like this and I could slap it. Why are you crying? Stop it. I'm here to protect you. Now stop crying. Cut it, I say. Cut it out. I can't stand it. I never could. Oh. Okay, you want me to leave? All right, I will. It's your funeral. Oh, where's my hat? No. In a few minutes, there'll be a knock or a ring, and the door will just open. And you'll be lying in a pool of blood like the other three.
No.
Goodbye, my worthless. Give my regards to the creeper.
Look in his eyes. Like a madman. Why did he come back? He wants to kill me. He wants to kill me. Someone wants to kill me. I gotta lie down on my head. My head's splitting. Just trying to frighten me. Jealous. Spite, that's what. Yes, that's what it is. Like the other three in a pool of blood. Any minute now there'll be a knock. Or a ring. Oh. Yes?
This is the doorman, Mrs. Grant.
Yes?
Druggist is here with the medicine. Shall I send him up?
My medicine? Why, yes, let's... No, don't let that man up.
Want me to bring it up?
No, I'm perfectly all right. I don't need it, you hear? Don't you dare come up. Don't anyone. Please, I must have it changed right away, my door lock. Yes, and this is Mrs. Grant. Yes, I do want it, of course. Like anyone could get in, anyone, and they want to murder me, but I don't know who. It's the creeper. Oh, you come right away. Thank you so much. Thank you, but hurry, please. Hurry, or I'll just go out of my mind. Oh, thank God. Like the other three in a pool of blood. Any minute now. A knock or a ring. Who's there?
It's me, dear Mrs. Stone.
Oh, what do you want?
I've been worried about you. Are you ill?
No, I'm all right, Mrs. Stone. I'm feeling fine.
Open up, dear. Don't you want me to keep you?
No, thank you. I was just... Stop it!
Oh, do let me in, silly. And look...
No, go away. I'm going to sleep. Just go away. Hello?
Hello, Georgia. Are you all right?
Oh, Steve. Oh, gee, Steve. I've been frantic. It's so good to hear your voice. Where are you?
At headquarters. I'm coming right home. Sweetheart, is anything wrong?
Oh, no, not now. Not when I hear you, Steve. I don't know what came over me. All day I've been imagining things. Silly. My nerves, I guess.
Forgive me for this morning, darling. I wasn't myself. My job had me down, but now everything's okay.
Of course. Forgive me, Steve. Huh? But if you knew what I've gone through today, the most dreadful statement that... Hey, Steve, did you send someone here today?
Pearlie Morgan?
Oh, well, then you did.
To keep you company. Isn't he still with you?
Well, no, I just got rid of him.
I wish you hadn't. He's an all right guy. Smart reporter. Lives in the neighborhood, too. Honey, it sounds cockeyed. I mean, this fellow's theory, but I was a bit worried when I got to thinking, so I... Listen, Georgia.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone in the house till I get home.
Oh, I won't, Steve.
Not anyone. Do you hear? Not anyone.
Locksmith!
Oh, wait a minute, Steve. I'll be right back.
Georgia, look.
Locksmith!
Oh, Mr. Frank?
Yes, Mr. Brown.
Oh, thank goodness you've come. Please step in. It's this door, the lock on this door that I want fixed. Yeah, and just a minute, my husband's on the phone.
Surely.
Oh, Steve.
What happened?
Yeah, it's all right. Everything's all right now, Steve. You needn't worry.
Didn't I just hear you talking to
Well,
someone?
it's no one, Steve. Well, just Mr. Frank, the locksmith.
Locksmith.
Yeah.
Georgia, listen.
Huh?
Georgia. That's what I was going to tell you. The police
Well,
are on a
what's
new
the matter?
trail. They think maybe a locksmith. Georgia, you listening? That maybe the creeper's a locksmith. Get him out, quick.
What nice lipstick you use, Mrs. Grant. Quiet! For heaven's sake. No.
Georgia.
Hurry. Stop me. Stop me before I kill more.
Hello, city desk? Hurley Morgan Rumpot. They're still drunk, so what? Oh, shut up and listen. On that creeper story I just gave you, add this dope. The reward for his capture goes to the elevator boy. He heard Georgia Grant scream and called a cop. The creeper was shot running from the building. Ironical, wasn't it? Imagine, the locksmith was the killer. The one man Georgia chased all day thinking he'd protect her. What an ending to a lovely, lovely redhead.
In the animal world, there is the hunter and the hunted, hound and fox, hawk and sparrow, chicken and worm. But who is to judge precisely which is the pursuer or the pursued as we enter the chase? The Chase was created for the National Broadcasting Company by Lawrence Cleave. Featured in tonight's cast were Jan Miner, John Raby, Leon Janney, William Keene, Sylvia Lee, and Donald Bucher. The Chase is directed and transcribed by Fred Way. Fred Collins speaking. Next week, a man in search of a missing corpse finds himself in pursuit of frustration in The Chase.
Tonight, it's Adventure with Countess Spy and Dragnet on NBC. Tonight, it's Adventure with Countess Spy and Dragnet on NBC.